Russia and China's economic partnership faces strain as Moscow implements high tariffs on Chinese automobiles, challenging their alliance amid Western sanctions. Following Western automakers' departure from the Russian market, Chinese manufacturers filled the gap, now controlling 60% of Russia's automotive market and 90% of new car sales income. This is an unprecedented shift in the Russian automotive landscape, says analyst Viktor Petrov. Before 2022, Western brands held 70% of the market, and with joint ventures included, controlled over 92%. The Russian government, concerned about Chinese import dependency, has implemented increased recycling fees on foreign vehicles, targeting Chinese manufacturers. These measures, effective October 2024, aim to pressure Chinese companies into establishing local production facilities. The situation creates challenges for Chinese automakers like Chery, Jack, and Great Wall Motors. While they've gained market access, they face geopolitical risks and Western scrutiny. The European Union monitors China's automotive presence in Russia, considering trade restrictions. Russian authorities plan to double recycling fees for all automakers by 2025 to boost domestic production and increase state revenues. Moscow's strategy aims to reduce Chinese import dependence while revitalizing domestic automotive industry. However, this risks straining relations with Beijing, Russia's largest trading partner. The sustainability of Chinese dominance remains uncertain. Any normalization of relations with Western nations could reopen doors for European and American manufacturers, altering the competitive landscape. This situation demonstrates the complex balance between economic necessity and strategic independence in modern geopolitics, as Russia manages relationships with Eastern and Western trading partners while maintaining industrial sovereignty. In a dramatic shift of global automotive dynamics, Russia faces an unprecedented challenge as Chinese automakers flood its market with excess vehicles. Our investigation reveals massive car graveyards in Chinese cities like Ningbo, where over 100,000 unsold vehicles sit idle, highlighting a severe overproduction crisis. This situation has created a complex dilemma for Moscow. While Chinese manufacturers helped fill the void left by Western brands' departure, their expansion now threatens Russia's domestic auto industry. In 2023, 97% of Chinese vehicles sold in Russia were gasoline-powered, deviating from global trends toward electric mobility. The Kremlin has responded by doubling the vehicle disposal tax to $7,500. This move mirrors actions by other nations, with Canada announcing a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles starting October 2024, following similar measures by the US and EU. Industry experts warn of long-term consequences. What we're seeing is not just market competition, but the potential dismantling of domestic manufacturing capabilities, notes Viktor Petrov, an automotive industry analyst. The flood of outdated Chinese gasoline vehicles is blocking Russia's transition to modern automotive technologies. The situation reflects global resistance to Chinese automotive dominance. While initially welcomed as a partnership, the Russia-China automotive trade has become a one-way street, with Russia serving as a dumping ground for excess Chinese production. This development has significant environmental implications. As markets shift toward electric vehicles, Russia risks falling behind in automotive technology. The influx of gasoline-powered vehicles hampers environmental progress and threatens to isolate Russia from global automotive trends. The challenge extends beyond economic concerns. Job losses, technological stagnation, and increased dependency on Chinese imports loom as potential consequences. This scenario underscores the balance between maintaining economic partnerships and protecting domestic industries, a challenge that resonates worldwide. In a significant shift in global automotive politics, major Western powers and Russia are taking steps to counter China's dominance in the electric vehicle market, reshaping international trade relations. Justin Trudeau has emphasized the need for protective measures against China's state-subsidized industry practices. The United States has quadrupled tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles to 100%, while the European Union implemented a 36% tariff on Chinese-made electric vehicles. This united front has already impacted major brands like MG, owned by Chinese company SAIC, which saw a 19% sales decline. Russia's position is particularly interesting. Despite being China's close ally, Moscow introduced a recycling fee of 7,500 units on imported vehicles, creating tensions between the nations. Chinese manufacturers are adapting by localizing production in Russia. Chery has begun assembling vehicles in Russian factories previously operated by Western companies. This situation has created a complex diplomatic challenge. China might interpret Russia's tax increases as protectionist measures, potentially straining their relationship. The stakes are high considering Russia's primary export to China is oil. The global market is now entangled in trade conflicts, with unexpected alliances forming and dissolving. Russia's alignment with Western economic policies regarding Chinese automotive imports is surprising, despite their partnership with Beijing. This demonstrates that in the global economy, there are no permanent friends, only permanent interests. Each nation prioritizes its economic survival. The question is whether China will retaliate, and how this might affect the balance of power in international trade. While a full-scale trade war remains unlikely, diplomatic negotiations will be crucial in the coming months. The situation continues to evolve, highlighting how quickly global markets can shift and alliances can be tested when national interests are at stake.